to help you, Canada and North America, bringing you all of the cutting edge technology and medical devices. Here at Nuvure, our mission is to bring the world's most innovative ideas to you so that you can grow and sustain your business. And we have over 20 distinguished and reputable brands that we carry, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. First is our Aptos thread lifting methods. Aptos, they are pioneers when it comes to thread lifts. They are the 6-time winner of the renowned Aesthetic Medicine Awards at the World Congress in Monaco every year. And they've won it 6 times in a row. So we're so proud. And here at Nuvure, we will be distributing these as soon as we get Health Canada approval, and we're aiming for the end of this year. We also are proud to represent Fidia High Tissue PRP. Now, there are many PRP systems out there, and we do have to understand that they're all not the same. High tissue PRP from Fidia allows you a very safe, very simple, straightforward system. But not only is it easy to use, safe for the technician, absolutely closed system, it provides you with the highest concentration of platelets and plasma available. And it is Health Canada approved. And we're also proud to say it is a winner of the Aesthetic Medicine Awards at the World Congress in Monaco as well. We also represent a large amount of medical supplies. So if there's any medical supplies you're looking for and you can't see them on our website, just let us know, because we will source it out and provide you the most amazing prices to price match with any other dealers. Our skincare lines that we do represent are the amazing Dermaceutical Laboratory. This line is a must in every clinic. I don't care what your primary line is, you must have Dermaceutical Laboratory because it complements everything you do in your clinic. It provides amazing high concentrations of the ingredients that you need to prepare the skin before a medical aesthetic treatment, to maintain that skin while they're in treatment, and of course, to enhance those gorgeous results post-treatment. We also represent Mesoaesthetic from Spain, and they are the world leaders when it comes to your professional as well as retail products for your clients. Mesoaesthetic is created and backed in science and provides everything you need from pigmentation to aging, acne, and sensitivity for all colors of skin. And I'm proud to talk about Geska. Geska is one of our beautiful tech companies that bring beauty devices, giving our clients and yourself in treatment products to work with that skin, work with your treatments, and enhance your beauty products. And me, I'm Pina Lee, your clinical education lead here at Nuvure, and I am very excited to share my knowledge of everything Nuvure with you. So let's buckle up and take a journey into medical solutions for hyperpigmentation. Now you'll notice that our logo, ME85, and that's because Mesoaesthetic has been proudly serving the world since 1985, providing everything we need to help our clients. And it's no different with their dermamelan. And, pigmentation has become not just an issue for certain skin colors. This is a global issue. And over the last decade, the number of publications that speak about pigmentation has doubled. And when it comes to supporting that dermamelan, we have all the studies. We have studies to show its effectiveness. We have studies to show how it goes beyond that melanocyte into the pathways. We talk about how amazing it is and how our studies show that we can clear up that synthesis of melanin by up to 89%. And that is done in over 60 publications. Now, when we speak about dermamelan, it would be very unfair just to call it a depigmentation system, as dermamelan not only reduces pigmentation, but it also reduces wrinkles. It is corrective, it is regulating, and it is a powerful anti-aging treatment. And the reason why dermamelan is so effective, it goes beyond traditional treatments that we use for depigmentation issues. Most of your treatments, whether they're a chemical peel, whether they're a resurfacing treatment, laser or light, we are doing corrective work. We're ridding the skin of the existing pigmentation. But dermamelan goes one step further. It does that corrective action at that surface and through the layers of the skin, but it also is going to regulate melanogenesis. And like our cosmelan, it works at that melanocyte in that basal layer. But because this is a medical treatment, dermamelan goes much further. And now it's working in that intracellular, so working in between the enzymes and genetics, as well as intracellular within that cell itself. So now we are working on pigmentation from different approaches. We're going to deal with that inflammatory aspect, that vascular component that is very evident when we're speaking about melasma, and of course, hormonal component and signaling pathways. And of course, with dermamelan, it's much smarter than myself, and it can do other signaling pathways that we don't even know about in the skin yet. So who is a candidate for dermamelan? Well, dermamelan is effective and it treats all melanin-based pigmentation in the dermal layer of that skin. It also deals with that deep, stubborn epidermal pigmentation that is because of hormonal issues. So if you have a client who has been dealing with that deep, stubborn, resilient pigmentation for over 5 or 10 years, that is a beautiful candidate for dermamelan. Whether it is that deep PIH caused from damage from a treatment or melasma. And of course, it is safe for all color types. You want to get your candidate hydrated, prep that skin for their journey, and of course, with the melanin pigmentation, that's who you're looking for. And the reason why dermamelan can treat phototypes 1 to 6 with all that deep dermal pigmentation is our innovative patents from mesoaesthetic. The first one being melanophenone. And melanophenone it blows my mind every time I talk about it, because melanophenone is not just a complex. This is a molecule. Yeah, a molecule that mesoaesthetic has engineered, designed, and produced, and they own it. So this is an exclusive molecule that was created for dermamelan. Now, in the recent time, mesoaesthetic has added melanophenone to cosmelan. So just like in dermamelan, cosmelan too is going to have this beautiful molecule that is going to reduce the activity of that tyrosinase by 56% on its own. And the way this does it is this gorgeous little molecule mimics tyrosin, which locks in. So you've got your tyrosin, and it locks in with the trizin, and they mate for life like a lobster. And that gets the party going when it comes to melanogenesis. When melaphenone takes that place, it's going to reduce that activity by 56%. And you can see here in our in vitro testing, when we don't control that trizinase, we get 100% synthesis of melanin. With the addition of melaphenone to the skin in our in vitro testing, you can clearly see that we reduce that activity by 56%. And that's just one ingredient. The second amazing patent is our Sigma pigment target. Now, we all know and love retinol. Ferulic acid is a beautiful AHA, and diazomine. These three ingredients are a standard in medical aesthetics when dealing with skin rejuvenation as well as lightening the skin. However, the brilliant science minds at Mesoaesthetic have found a way to combine these three active ingredients, calibrate their concentration, and maximize that interaction to get the most amazing therapeutic results. By combining retinol, ferulic acid, and diazomine within our Sigma pigment target complex, we can reduce melanogenesis by 2.5% faster and better. The effects are amplified. So, you think about, you can buy a car at any dealership. It's the same thing with skincare. However, each one has the same functions, has the same features. However, when Meso gets these features and functions, they put their science to it and make it a whole new creature. So no one can produce the same results as these three ingredients as Meso does because of how they manipulate them. Now, each ingredient in dermamelan has a specific function, whether it's doing the corrective work and setting that skin to reduce the existing pigmentation, whether it's working within that melanocyte in those tiny factories, or whether it is working in between different cells, different pathways from enzymes. Dermamelan's ingredients will do this for you. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into the science, but basically, when you're dealing with pigmentation, yes, you can just use beautiful AHAs and BHAs and other gorgeous ingredients to desquamate that surface. However, when it's just corrective, that factory is still producing. So we will correct from the top, get rid of that existing pigmentation, but we're also going to work within that melanocyte, stop the transferring of that melanin through those melanosomes up to the skin cells. We're also going to work within that factory, as I like to say, get those Oompa Loompas regulated in their production, reduce that stress in that cell. So not only are we working within that cell, we are working on the pathways. So the instructions to that factory on what to do. And as I stated earlier, there's many pathways that can affect melanogenesis and create a hyperpigmentation issue. With our beautiful ingredients, we are going to work on all those different pathways, including that inflammatory pathway. We're going to also see a reduction by 35% with dermamelan in reducing those inflammatory markers, those enzymes that get that inflammation cascade rolling. When it comes to vascular, as we've learned in the recent years, there's more vascular component to the pigmentation melasma. So with dermamelan, we can see that we are reducing that melanogenesis that's induced by that vascular pathway by 78%. And when it comes to the hormones, dermamelan has also got you covered there, inhibiting that pathway of those melanin stimulating hormones right from the source before it gets to the melanocyte. So with that, you can see that our body is very smart and our body does what it needs to do to be more efficient. So with the use of dermamelan and introducing that into the skin, we have noticed a reduction of that melanocyte stimulation to the dendricity. So we are noticing that there's a 25% reduction of cells with 2 or more dendrites. Because if you don't need those ports of exit to transfer all that melanin, the body will shut them down. And with dermamelan, we can actually see it happening. And when we talk about hormones, we see that it's reducing that dendrite stimulation by 33%. So there's that science for you. And of course, as I stated earlier, dermamelan is an amazing, drop dead, gorgeous anti-aging treatment. It's going to smooth out your texture. You're not going to see any visible pores, but it's going to lift, tighten, and smooth out your wrinkles, as it does just give an amazing antioxidant action to that skin. And when the skin is not stressed, when we build up that antioxidant protection, we can allow the body to get rid of that free radical or ROS damage, de-stress those little Oompa Loompas so they can go back to work. Because remember, a cell in our body just wants to be stable, happy, and do its job. So reducing that stress within that melanocyte will allow it to get back to its regular duties. And you can see we're reducing that anti-pigmentation by getting into other pathways. So going beyond that hormonal, that vascular and inflammatory processes, and even other pathways. So we're increasing that protection of collagen from those MMPs, so reducing that structural damage and ensuring that we produce more collagen and elastin. And when you add that all up and add in all those different ingredients and how they work, we have seen an 89% reduction in total melanin in the cultures of our skin in our testing. And as you can see, this is a great picture to show your clients, put in your own speak, and just show them that it's not just working from the top, but it's working on every level of melanogenesis for that production of melanin and shutting it down and controlling it, regulating it at all those different steps. This is what your dermamelan product looks like. Here you can see you've got the dermamelan mask. That includes your in-office treatment. That includes your degreasing solution with your cream mask and your ion mask. And then it comes with one home pack for the client to take home. To complete that journey, they will require 2 more home packs for their entire depigmentation journey. In clinic, it is a 15-minute treatment for a $1,000 return. So the clients come in for one in-office treatment. And again, it's a 15-minute treatment. So you're not spending hours in clinic. That client comes in, we apply the mask, we put on the fiber mask, the ion mask, and send them home. And in that dermamelan facial mask, you will see here highlighted some of our ingredients. We've got that melaphenone, that's going to be that exclusive molecule that works right on tyrosinase itself. We have that combination of diazepam, retinol, and ferulic acid that creates your sigma pigment target. And we have these other beautiful ingredients like cysteamine, and resorcinol. And we have our vitamin C. We have salicylic, so it's going to be spicy, and hesperin and kojic. So all of these impressive ingredients are packed into this little mask. It is very highly concentrated. It is a cream mask, and you will apply the entire jar to the face of your patient. Once you've applied that mask, you will follow it with the ion mask. And this dermamelan ion mask is incredible. It itself is a hydrogel mask. You just peel it off its plastic and apply it over the face. But it has a double duty. Not only is this mask going to drive the ingredients of the cream mask to the skin, like autophoresis, it's by using zinc and copper filaments. So it's going to activate and penetrate those ingredients deep into the skin where they're needed to target, but it's going to help accelerate the process itself, reducing that exposure time to 4 hours for all skin types. And it uses that nanovascular technology as well as that autophoresis technology to drive those ingredients while they're still active and activate them in the skin. As you see here by their ingredients, the dermamelan ion mask is fantastic, not just for pigmentation, but for anti-aging. It is sold individually as well as in our dermamelan pack. So if you wanted to add this to another treatment you have in your clinic, it's fantastic. With its niacinamide and HA, your zinc and copper and retinol, you've got your licorice and your vitamin C. It will help with other pigmentation treatments as well as anti-aging treatments. So it's a beautiful addition to other treatments as well. So as I said, now the dermamelan is a 4-hour exposure time. They have reformulated back in 2001, so it is not as uncomfortable. So if you've had clients in the past that's used it prior to 2021, it was a very aggressive peel. They still will peel, but it's not as aggressive on the skin. So everybody is on that peel for 4 hours. They go home, they remove it, and then they begin their home protocol in the next couple of days, which will be for 4 months. So when you're talking about the treatment itself, you must understand it is a comprehensive treatment. That in-clinic treatment is going to give you that short-term intensive correcting action, eliminating that existing pigmentation, drying up all the pigmentation from deep in the layers of the skin, and over those 4 months of continuing that corrective process. But it's that home protocol with using the dermamelan treatment cream that is going to continue that depigmentation process and do that regulation, whether it's in the cells or in between the cells. So you've got that corrective in-office treatment that does that intensive depigmenting, and then that home phase that continues that process to complete the program. So at home, this is their protocol. In that original dermamelan pack, they'll receive 1 home pack, and within that will have their active ingredients that they will use every morning and every night. And they will follow it up with the 2 care products that go with your dermamelan, which are your Melan Recovery and your Melan Sunscreen 50 Plus. Those 2 products will be used throughout the day to combat those skin reactions and, of course, protect your skin while all that renovating is being done. Now, if you notice here, this product, dermamelan treatment cream, has the same ingredients as your dermamelan office treatment. this product is doing the continuation. So yes, you will have those ingredients. However, they will be at a lower concentration, so you can use them every day. And it is in a cream formation. So this is going to be your daily cream. And it's your active. You're going to use a very small amount every morning and every evening. And then you're going to follow it up with your Melan recovery. Now, Melan recovery has to be one of my favorite balms from this line. And the reason being is it protects that skin from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So if you have any client who is prone to PIH, whether it's from when they do their waxing or threading or their medical aesthetics treatments, this product is a must in every home. It is available on its own. You can single order it. And I have one in my travel kit as well as in my bathroom. For me, as I am a skin type 4, I do have that skin that if you look at it the wrong way, it's going to mark. So if I'm tweezing an eyebrow or going for one of my, random little stragglers and I tweeze it out, I will go red and then brown. So whenever I do anything traumatic to my skin or use a product that's going to be very reactive, I always use my Melan recovery to ensure that I'm protecting that skin, calming down any manifestations like your redness and irritation, that sensitivity. However, again, it's got that regulatory capability to protect you from PIH. And then my favorite sunscreen in the world, Melan Sunscreen 50 Plus. Yes, in the rest of the world, it is known as Melan 130. Here in Canada, it's called Melan Sunscreen 50 Plus. And it's the exact same product. So why I love this? Well, not only does it give you very high sun protection with a UVB protection of 130 SPF and a UVA protection of 67 SPF. It also protects you from infrared, so the heat from that sun. It protects you from HEV, so that high intensive visible emitting light that comes from our phones and our laptops and our screens. So when you are working on your skin, you must protect yourself from these radiations day and in the evening. So that is why Melan Sunscreen 50 is my favorite. Do shake it when you use it because it does have a gorgeous texture and it's got a beautiful universal color tint in it. So we can protect your skin from the damaging UV rays and other radiation, but we're also going to blend that and so you have a little bit of tint. It does match all color too for that cast to dissipate, but once it has, you will have amazing looking skin. So fingers across and spread on your neck and face every 2 to 3 hours. Please shake it before you use it, as I don't want you to look like a little Oompa Loompa. Okay? So in your kit comes those two beautiful products, and here are the results. And dermamelan is something that clients from around the world have everything. For our clients that have done it all and they're still struggling to maintain that pigmentation and to control their melasma, dermamelan has been their answer and their savior. Results, as you can see here, in a mere 120 days, these clients are getting gorgeous, exquisite results for their freckling, for their melasma, for that deep, stubborn pigmentation. And you can also see that their skin tone is improved. It's just a beautiful thing. And when you touch it, it's absolutely incredible. Now, this journey I have enlarged so you can actually see the process. So you can see by day 7 here, she's starting to shed. And like with all treatments, we always start shedding in our paraoral area and then it moves up and out. So by day 15, most of that cracking and peeling is subsiding. You can already see some of the lightening occurring. So depending where that pigmentation lays, you might find that your client is going to start lightening within that first month. And then they might get darker again, and then lighter again, and darker. It's like a roller coaster because when we're treating pigmentation, it has to rise from those lower areas and come up to the surface before it is sloughed off. So we need to continue that process that full, brighter, clear skin. Now, for those that are wondering, what's that journey like for our patient? Every patient does experience their own journey, as skin is very unique. However, typically that first month is going to be when they're going to have the most reactions. Those localized skin reactions, including the flaking, the redness, and irritation. And as their skin gets accustomed to those highly concentrated and effective ingredients, you will notice that it will peter off to nothing. Now, to help our clients on their depigmentation, offer support. When you're dealing with dermamelan, you'll always want to stay within that dermamelan program. Don't add anything except for the mesoaesthetic support products that you can see from the sensitive line. So anything with a pink feather, and from this one, we have our anti-stress mask. Now, for dermamelan depigmentation journey, should have an anti-stress mask as their weekly mask. When you're processing that skin needs to, it's soothing, inflammatory control. It helps with that redness and helps to calm and soothe that skin. During that first month, they can even use it more than once a week. Now, the Skin Balance came to Canada in 2023, and I absolutely adore it. It is the Skin Balance, and it's also known to me as the 911. This is an ultra concentrated, easy absorption serum. Just 3 to 4 drops on that skin is going to bring down that reaction quickly. It's easily absorbed, so it goes into that skin. As far as I'm concerned, any skin, whether it's acne, dealing with sensitivity, dry, sensitive, or on a depigmentation journey, Skin Balance is that perfect 911 response. Now, for all those patients out there that say, make me beautiful, but I don't want anyone to know, I don't want to peel, I don't want anyone to see it. If you don't have your magic wand, we have our Fast Skin Repair. The Fast Skin Repair is going to help with that excessive flaking. Of course, this is a depigmentation treatment, so we do require you to, shed your skin. But if it is excessive, you can use that Fast Skin Repair. It's that exactly what it means. It helps to make that comfort, restore that epithelial on the surface, and help it to recover quickly. Now, from our blue colored range, our moisturizing solution is where you're going to get your support options for with hyperpigmentation for your dehydration. So we've got the pink line you've got lots of different options for what that client needs to help them with skin reactions. However, think about this as a skin professional. When you're asking that skin to rejuvenate twice a day, every day for 4 months, it's going to get tired and it's going to get thirsty. So for that, we have our mesoaesthetic moisturizing solutions with my favorite product in the entire line, HA Densa Matrix. Now, every skincare line has an HA, but what makes HA Densa Matrix superior is its texture. It's combination of 4 different kinds of hyaluronic acid. I literally put 4 drops on my fingers, 1 on each finger, and I do this. And I spread it over my eyelids, over my lips, my neck and face twice a day. And just 4 drops keeps away melias from that dehydration. It feeds that skin so that skin can do its work. And because it is a gorgeous formulation from Meso, it's not sticky and tacky like other AHAs. It's just amazing. You just put it on and it sucks right in. Plumping, healing, hydrating. For those that need hydration and more nourishment for that drier, more mature, thinner skin, then we have the Hydra Vital Factor K as an option. Many years ago, this was one of the accompanying creams, but now it is a support one. It's thick, it's beautiful, but it's rich without being too heavy. It is going to give them that 24-hour hydration. And for skin, once it's done, it's cracking and healed. If you want to give it some more umph, I love the proteoglycogen opules. I like to call them the hangover medicine because it's when your skin is hungover and tired and it just worked or partied too much. This is the one. And post-treatment. Once you complete your dermamelan journey, we need to keep that melasma back where it belongs rather than allowing it to come back out. And to do so, we have 2 amazing products. Our Melan Tran 3 concentrate, which we'll use nightly in conjunction with the Melan Trans 3 gel. What these products do, they are there to ensure that we're inhibiting that chorizonin, keeping that melanogenesis in that new normalized process that we have completed in these 4 months. So this is quite potent, very strong, and more than 4 drops will tend to give you reactions you're not looking for. So stick to the 4 drops, and then over that Melan Trans 3 concentrate, you will use up half a pump of your Melan Trans 3 gel cream in the evening, and during the day, your Melan Trans 3 gel cream with your favorite anti-aging or antioxidating products. I recommend Age Element range from Mesoaesthetic. These 2 products will help to keep that melasma back at bay and keep your results long-term. So why dermamelan? Because Mesoaesthetic is the leaders in hyperpigmentation. They're the experts. They have the latest in scientific developments, improved formulations in the last few years, new technologies, and of course, proven results, short-term and long-term, backed by science. And I do want to thank you all today for joining us here